Hi guys, it's me again. So let's do the unboxing and do the initial, give you my initial impressions on the Samsung S8 Plus super phone. I don't call it a smartphone anymore. I think these phones have evolved now to the point of, I call them super phones, right? So this is their flagship phone right now. And this is the 64 gigabyte version. So here's our gorgeous S8 Plus. Simple black packaging, Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus, 64 gigabyte version. And I have all the features at the back here. So it's a 6.2 inch Quad HD Plus S AMOLED screen, dual pixel, 12 megapixel rear camera, 8 megapixel front camera. AF stands for autofocus, IP68 water and dust resistant. It has an iris scanner. It's NOx protected, so that's a security feature that's actually built into the firmware on the phone, which is pretty cool. 64 gigabytes of memory, 4 gigabytes of RAM, and of course it can be charged wirelessly. Charging pad required and is sold separately. And it also has earphones tuned by AKG. Now that screen size, of course, is diagonally measured, yeah. So enough of the box. Let's get right to the device itself. And I always have a hard time trying to open these up. Here's the little thing on the back there. Let me see if I can just... There you go. Look at that goodness. Ah, looks like a little gold bar, doesn't it? It has that really expensive looking feeling. Trust me, it is an expensive phone. Look at that. That looks nice. Let's rest you there for a second. What else? Actually, let me just put you over here for a sec. So that's the S8 Plus. And if you're like me and you've gone through a lot of smartphones, you pretty much are not going to be surprised at what else is in the box, right? I mean, you have your eject pin here, and inside here, if we can get to it, here we go. You have all your paperware, I call it, Samsung Smart Service, and then what else is in here? Of course, it's in different languages, just telling you how to charge your phone, how to transfer content using a USB cable and USB connector. Right, between phones. Now, I mean, if you have an older Samsung phone, there is that I can't remember. There's an app that you can actually download. It's a Samsung app, and you just can easily transfer data from your older Samsung phone to your newer one wirelessly. You just put the phones near each other, and the transfer process is very, very simple. When I remember that app, I'll let you know. But yeah, there is a Samsung app. So here is the little that little USB. Remember here in the picture that showed you this. Let me just go back here a second. When you're transferring, here's the quick start guide. They showed you. So there's a USB. So in the box, you have the device which we have here. We have our USB cable, earphone, ejection pin, USB power adapter, and quick start guide. Now the USB connector, it's a USB Type C connector, as you can see here, and you actually use this when you're transferring data between your phones, right? From the old phone to the new one. You actually just plug this in because it's a Type C, right? The S8's now our Type C connector, so you just plug this into the bottom of that, then you use your regular USB cable, connect to your other phone, and then you can transfer all the data over to the new phone. So that's what this is all about, right? And this this is actually, what I love about this, you can actually use this Type-C connector, of course, to connect into the bottom of your phone, right? And then you have this USB port, so you can put your memory stick in here, whatever you need, like your memory stick, and you can transfer your media from your memory stick to and from your phone. This little device is very, very powerful, right? And it comes with the S8 Plus phone, which is good as well. And here's the little diagrams that shows you. So yes, that's your USB connector, USB Type-C, and that's the big one. So this is the big one, right? USB Type-C. So you use this to transfer data between mobile devices. Again, you have your USB port in the back. USB Type-C connector here, which connects into the phone. The smaller one is the micro USB connector. So here, USB Type-C, and then here's your micro USB port. Right, so you have all these options, and the great folks at Samsung, they're nice enough to give you these connectors with your S8 Plus. Right, so of course it shows you how to put your nano SIM card in, and when we look at this phone in a bit more detail, the actual tray can hold the nano SIM card as well as the micro SD card in one, right? So anyway, that's enough about the paperware, but the quick start guide, I recommend, these phones now are becoming more powerful, and it doesn't take, you just need like a minute just to have a quick look at the quick start guide, because then you get to find out these cool features, what these connectors can do, because a lot of people, they just open the box, take the phone out, look for the charger, and then they just throw these out or forget that these are in the box, and they're very powerful indeed, right? Of course, you have our charger, standard Samsung issue. This one is a black one, and this one is actually an adaptive fast charger. I have it right there. It says adaptive fast charging, so high-speed charging. And in here, ooh, this looks pretty. This looks expensive. It's not your typical earbuds. They look expensive. Let's put this over here for a sec. So here we have our AKG earbuds. Now these do look like they cost some money, and they do look like the sound quality of these things are pretty good. Look at these. These are really nice. So these are AKG earbuds. Alright, and they do look really nice in earbuds, and these do look like they do provide high quality sound. Now what's good about these earbuds, of course, you do have, if these are too small to fit in your ear, so it does come with other sized earbuds. You have some extra large ones in there and some even smaller ones in there, so these are the intermediate size ones, right? So you do get extra earbuds, different sizes, again, very big ones and very small ones. These ones fit right in the middle, right? So, and what I like about this, the cord, it's tangle free, so no matter how I try to tangle it up, it doesn't tangle. So I don't know about you, but I've used earbuds for quite a while, and one of my pain points with earbuds is that the bloody things keep knotting up, right? The wires keep knotting up. These are tangle free. As you can see, I'm trying to, ball them up, and it's just so easy to pull apart, right? So these are some really good earbuds that come with the S8 Plus. Again, they do come with additional different sized rubber buds that you can actually put on and replace and put on here. All right, and of course we do. What's a phone without the charging cable? So here's a USB Type-C cable. We're all very familiar with these now, and here's your USB plug on this side. Right. But what I would recommend, just get the charging dock, the wireless charging dock. It's also another Samsung accessory. This is, it feels like a a black gold bar. You know what I mean? It does look nice. So in my hand it fits very, very well. I was a little skeptical at first when I understood that it was a thinner phone and a taller phone, but now I know why they made it thin. It's supposed to fit comfortably in your hand, and with one hand, with my thumb, I can actually, navigate both sides of the screen, right? So if I'm working, I can actually work with one hand and actually navigate most of the screen, right, without having to use two hands, right? So it's a really good ergonomic feel, and it does have the look and feel of an expensive phone, and it is a high-end phone. So this does look and feel very nice indeed. You cannot even see the bezel. It's all nice and black, and if there is a bezel, it's very, very thin. When I do turn this phone on, we will see exactly how thin that bezel is. The back here, you can see it's all nice and glossy. Now, what I like about this gloss is that it actually is smudge free. I recently just put cream on my hands, some moisturizer, just on purpose to see if I can actually smudge this phone, and funny enough, it doesn't smudge. Look at that. And I have very oily hands, and it doesn't smudge. It keeps that nice glossy look and feel, which is impressive. So of course there's the camera at the back, the 12 megapixel camera. You have your flash and sensors, and of course at the bottom here we have our USB Type-C connector. We have our 3.5 millimeter jack. Thank you Samsung for still keeping that 3.5 millimeter jack alive. And then here we have a microphone, and we have a speaker. A good thing is the speaker's at the bottom, so you can hold the phone and you can still hear the sound coming out, right? And here is where you put your nano SIM and your micro SD card right there, right? And yeah, it's a very simple design. It's like your typical, smartphone. Here on the side we have our rocker switch here for volume. So this, my friends, is the Bixby key, and I'll explain what that is in my deep dive video. Here is our volume key. Go up and down, and here again is our power key. Now this is the front facing camera. This little thing next to it is the iris recognition camera. So this is what watches your iris, and here is your iris recognition LED over here. Can't see it, but it's right over here. All right, so all that nice technology is built in. Now this, as I said, is our rear camera, 12 megapixel, and this little rectangle here is the fingerprint recognition sensor, so that's for your fingerprint. And of course the S Health feature, right? Heart rate monitor is right here. Let me just turn it on here and let's see. Ooh, S8 Plus powered by Android. The screen, it's Quad HD plus 6.2 inch screen, S AMOLED. And this is what it looks like. This is the welcome screen, but I just wanted to show you the bezel. As you can see, there is hardly any bezel on the sides here, which is pretty impressive. It's pretty much all screen, as you can see there. There's a little bit of bezel at the bottom and the top, and a very, very, very thin bezel along the sides. But I wanted to show you how big and how nice and bright that screen is. One other thing, of course, it's curved, so the screen on either side is curved, and if I hold it like that, you can actually see the side profile, right? A curved screen. Yeah, so what I'm going to be doing now is I'm actually going to really test this thing out and then give you a more in-depth review of this phone. But off the bat, it just does look and feel like an expensive phone. There's the new iris scanning technology. You have your heart rate sensor at the back, 12 megapixel camera at the back, 8 megapixel autofocus camera at the front, hardly any bezel on the sides. It's all screen, curved on the sides, S AMOLED screen, of course. Samsung, they are known to make really, really high-end screens. If you currently own a Galaxy S7, you will know exactly what I mean. So, but the S8 now, it seems to be a more longer version of pretty much the 7, and and it's designed to really fit comfortably in your hand, and that's why they made it thin but long, because now you can actually really navigate your way around the screen with just one hand, right, from end to end, and it feels really comfortable. Okay, let's get the eject pin out. So I'm going to show you the where you access, where you put your SIM card. So at the top here, there's a little hole. Just press that in there like that. And there you go. So here's the bay here, little bay. So here's where you put your nano SIM goes here, and then your micro SD card goes in there. All right. Now, what I like about Samsung, like over the years, they've experimented with all types of form factor smartphones. So, just to show you where their phones have evolved to, this of course is their latest phone, the S8 Plus. So, here's a Galaxy S6 to give you an idea, and here is the Samsung Mega that they launched a couple of years ago, and it didn't do too well in the North American markets. Now, the Samsung Mega is a 6.3-inch phone. Thing is, it had a huge screen, but the screen quality wasn't all that great, and the processor was just a dual-core processor. It wasn't really powerful, so I'm guessing that's why it wasn't really successful. And of course, it was like a phablet-sized phone. And of course, the S6, it's a much more smaller phone, but there was more bezel, right? But the S8, if you look at the S8, what the S8 has done is that you get the smaller form factor when it comes to width. When it comes to, if you compare it to the S6, they're pretty much the same width, right? This is the top of the S6. Let me just push this up a bit so you can see, right? So they put the same width. It has the width of the smaller S6, right? But it has the height of the Mega, right? So you kind of have the best of both worlds, where you have that portability of the S6 in terms of the width. It's smaller, it fits in your hand, but you get that tall Mega type real estate, right? Because it's roughly the same height. But what's better with this, which sucks on both of these, is that these have bezels, and there's pretty much no bezel on this on the side, as you can see, as you saw when I turned it on here. There's hardly, there's no bezel, pretty much any bezel on the side there. So what they've done, I guess, after the trials and tribulations of the earlier models, they've come up with this optimal screen configuration where you get that large screen, but it's because it's pretty tall, like a Mega, but you still have it, the width of like a comfortable phone like the S6, and even the older S5s, right? So hats off to Samsung. They've done their homework. So again, that's the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. Comes with a really nice, cool set of AKG earbuds. These earbuds do have built-in volume control as well, as right here. And the cord, it is tangle free, right? And that's them. And it comes with, of course, two other sets of earbuds, some large ones and some small ones. It comes with the medium ones on by default. You get a USB Type-C charging cable, and obviously you do get the power supply added to your collection of other Samsung power supplies. This one, though, it actually is an adaptive fast charger, which is cool. And even more importantly, it comes with these USB connectors. So you have this one, which this plugs into your phone, of course, and this is the USB end, so you can plug that into a cable, and then you can connect it to your older Android device, and just transfer your files and stuff over to the new phone. And of course, it's a USB connector, right? You should be able to put in your memory stick in this thing and access data off your memory stick directly on your phone on this USB connector. And here's the micro version to that. the micro USB connector. See, that's the micro USB port right there. You also get that as well. So you get these two cool accessories as well. So not bad, right? If you want to get yourself one of these cool super phones, check the links below. And I also do have more details on this phone on my website as well, so feel free to check out redtechbot.com. So until our next review, which will of course will be another Samsung review, have a great night, guys. Bye bye. Hey everybody, so I hope you enjoyed that video. Now I'm going to ask you to do two things before you leave. One, there's a button right up here on the screen to my right here. Click on that and that will take you to our website, www.redtechbot.com. When you get on that site, there will be a button there where you can actually sign up for our newsletter. And when you do sign up for our newsletter by entering in your email address, you will automatically be entered into all of our tech giveaways. And by tech giveaways, these are some typical examples of what we will be giving away, and these are some examples. There's other stuff as well. And the good news is, you just have to enter your email address once, and it will automatically be entered into the pool every time we do a draw. And we will use that email address, of course, to contact the winner to tell them, hey, you've won something, and it's really cool. And of course, the newsletter will have updates on tech reviews, what's coming up new, what's coming up next, new stuff in the industry, and even information on future giveaways, right? So it's really nice newsletter that we're going to be sending out. And one other thing is, on this side on the screen here, up here on my left, you click on that and you will subscribe to the channel. Now by subscribing, of course, you will be at the forefront of any new things that are happening, any new videos that are coming out. And what I will also be doing is I'll be doing videos where I'll be talking about what we're going to be doing as a next giveaway, right? So you want to be subscribed, tuned in to that as well. So it's going to be a fun year and fun years to come as well. So yeah, that being said, you guys have a great day. Bye.